Hi, welcome back to Christine's Home Affairs. I'm Christine. Today I'm going to show you how I do my version of the chicken cacciatore. So it's a low carb version, there's no rice or pasta in this one. We used to eat it with rice or pasta. And this time we're going to have it with cauliflower rice. Excuse the background noise, the dog's gone nuts. She's eating a bone or playing with a bone and jiggling a collar. Anyway, chicken cacciatore with cauliflower rice and homemade tomato sauce. Hang around. So we've drizzled some olive oil into a wok. I like to use a wok because it's nice and deep and it's got the high sides and I won't make so much of a mess. Now I'm going to put that on the heat. Let the oil heat up in the pan, and I'm going to put some seasoning on the chicken. So this is just 4 chicken thighs. You can use chicken breast. Chicken breast tends to dry out a little bit more, so chicken thighs are much better to cook a casserole or the cacciatore. Some salt and pepper, and I'll pop that into the pan and I'll brown that off on all sides. Now I'm going to get the rest of the ingredients ready. So I've got a red onion. This is about 1/4 of a red onion. It doesn't matter if you use red or brown or white. And slice that thinly. And then we want a couple of cloves of garlic. So continue to cook the chicken until it's brown on all sides. And when that's browned off enough, just add the onion and the garlic. Now I like to put mushrooms in this. Pop those in. Now I freeze my own tomato sauce, and all of this is tomato and salt. So I've got my freezer bag full of tomato sauce. And rather than waiting until it thaws out, I'm actually going to thaw it out in the pan. If you don't have your homemade tomato sauce, there'll be a video link up here for the way I do it. And as I said, it's really simple. It's just salt and tomatoes, and I use the entire tomato except for the little stalky bit. But I'll cook it up for a couple of hours and then I'll freeze it into a bag. If you don't have your own tomato sauce, just grab some the passata in a jar, or even a couple of cans of peeled tomatoes and crush those up. So we want to simmer this for the next couple of hours. The other thing I'm going to add to this is just a splash of red wine. So you can hear it's not so loud in here now. It's because it's starting to get some liquid in the bottom of the pan. I wanted to wait until I had a little bit of liquid in the pan before I put some wine in. So I really don't have much. There's probably only about 1/4 of a cup left. I'll pop that in as well. Red wine, and I'll pop a bay leaf in, and I'll go and get some herbs from the garden. Fresh basil and fresh parsley from the garden. I'll chop that up and pop that in the pan as well. And pop that in with the rest of it. So once the tomato has thawed out and I've got a nice sauce here, I'm going to put a lid on this and just simmer it until the juices reduce. And I'll take it probably a couple of hours to do this. I want a nice thick rich sauce. I almost forgot we need a red capsicum as well. So we'll throw the red capsicum in as well. So the tomato sauce that was frozen has all thawed out now, and I'm just going to leave the chicken to simmer in the juices for probably about an hour, hour and a half or so, until it's most of the liquid is gone and it's just a nice thick sauce, so that we can put that over the top of the cauliflower rice. I'm going to put that onto a slow heat and we'll just leave that covered for a while. So this has been simmering now for the past hour and a half or so. The sauce has thickened up nicely, and I'm going to take this off the heat now and serve up our dinner. We're ready to dish up. I've just finished the cauliflower rice, and all we needed to do with the cauliflower rice, now this is half a head of cauliflower, is grate it up and stick it in the microwave for 3 minutes. So just zap it for 3 minutes on high, let it sit for 3 minutes. Zap it again for another 3 minutes, let it sit again for another 3 minutes, and then one more time for 3 minutes, and then let it sit for 3 minutes before you serve it up. Now I've not put any water in this at all. I've put the stalks and the cauliflower heads as well, so it's just the whole cauliflower with no water. A little bit of salt halfway through just to mix it through. I didn't want any water in there because I don't want it to go soggy. Okay, and this will give a nice non-soggy version of cauliflower rice. So to dish this up, what we want is just a spoon of rice, or more if you prefer, depends on how hungry you are. And I reckon we're hungry. This dish will serve 4. If you wanted to serve the chicken cacciatore for 4, put more rice in. Here is the delicious chicken cacciatore or chicken casserole in a rich tomato sauce, and so it's a homemade tomato sauce. Put the chicken just on the side, and they're still in whole pieces, and then put some sauce over the top. If you like it spicy, go and put some cayenne pepper or some chili flakes in there. Okay. And we have more for tomorrow. I'm going to serve this just with some roasted vegetables. So I've got roast pumpkin, and some roasted zucchini. Too much pumpkin. So there we go, chicken cacciatore with roasted vegetables and really nice, delicious homemade tomato sauce. Let me know if you try this recipe and what you think of it as well. I'd love to see your photos. See you next time.